Hello and welcome to Veggie Patch Ideas, and today we have the autumn special. We're going to go around the plot and we're just going to look at jobs you can get done this autumn. Do it early on while the weather's still decent, because when it turns we lose opportunities. So let's get cracking. So let's kick things off outside, and it's all about, whilst the weather is still holding on there, it's time to do any changes. And I've took out this pallet compost heap because I no longer need it. I've got a big one over the other side and I'm going to extend this bed out. So we'll clear all the ground, we'll clear the matting, and it's just a case of moving this frame back a little bit. So what we'll do, we'll make the frame the same size as the other bed, and that'll sit nice, and we'll dig this all over. And it's great to get it done this time of year. The bed's clear, there's not a lot else to grow, so let's make the changes now while we still can. That also includes repairing dodgy gates. Now, as beds become clear, you're going to be wondering what to do with them, and it's all about overwintering. So at the top end, I've started to direct sow some stuff, and that's coming through now, so that's absolutely fantastic. But the rest here, it's a very, very sandy soil. So what that means, through the winter, it's just going to lose all the nutrients through the rain. So what I want to do, I want to top dress this bed with some manure, and I'm going to put a thick 1 or 2 inches on the top and leave it on. Now, if you don't have manure to hand where you are, think about growing a green manure. So it's a crop you sow into the soil and it'll just come up, and then you'll cut it in the spring or January, February time, and it will just improve that soil and put nitrogen in the soil, which is what you want. So don't leave your beds empty. Always think about prep the soil for the next season. And if you are thinking of extending that season and getting a much longer harvest, try this low tunnel, and I will link it in a card and in the description below. But we just open her up. I've started a little bit of lettuce off now, and I'm going to put some more in. So this will be a thriving hub of lettuce in just a few weeks' time. Oh yeah. Now, as some of your crops go over, it's a great time to start filling up that compost bin. And remember the rules, 50-50 green and brown. So we want a mixture, wood chip, branches, whatever you can, but mix it in together. Now, if you have a thing like a squash that's gone over and you don't want it, you can put it in. Just make sure you cut it up well into little chunks. And that goes for anything you're putting in the compost. Chop it up and it will decompose that much faster. Now, it's a great idea as well to collect some seeds. And these French beans have gone over and the pods are swelling. So that means the seeds are ready. So we'll harvest the beans and we'll take down this structure, because there's no point leaving it up into winter. So we'll take this down. And that'll be a nice tidy job. Now, as we start to harvest the last of the tomatoes, and I may say I still have loads going, it's just keeping up with them. But if you are finding yourself with many green tomatoes and worried about ripening them up, well, pop them in a bowl, stick a banana next to them, and you're golden. They will ripen. But pick and come again. It's still not over for the tomatoes. And that goes for the cucumbers. I'm going to need a pair of scissors. 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 Come with me. And here's our cucumber surprise. That'll do. Now, if we take a look at the seedling progress, we've got our lettuce coming on very, very strong, and this needs to go in the ground. And our curly kale. These are ready to be potted on and they're looking perfect, and these will follow on in the polytunnel. I've just put out the rocket, so this is looking absolutely fabulous. It needs a bit of water on it. I have let it go dry for 2 days, but so far so good, and it hasn't been attacked by the slugs. And over in the chilli house we have our mixed red lettuce coming through, and finally we've got germination of the spring onions, and next to that we've got the chard, the radish and the beetroot, and some spinach which hasn't come through yet. So it's all going off in here, and we still have an absolute acre of chilies to get picking. Now, if you did grow any kale this year and you followed along with the black Nero kale, don't worry about this crop going through a winter or snow or anything. This will cope, and it will keep its flavour and keep on going until pretty much the end of winter. So this is a crop we don't have to pull out. Just every now and again pull off the bottom leaves, because these will go manky first, and just continue to harvest as normal, and this, it will just keep on giving. As always guys, thanks so much for watching. You are appreciated. And coming up next, or I'll link below, what you can direct sow in September and what my sowing list for September is. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.